Okay, day 2. So today, you guys want to explain what you did today?
Alright, so today we met with SIFCare to go through some farming, and they basically taught us how to farm, but also taught us like the process of farming and why we farm and why that's important in the future.
And composting.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first question is, what do you think inspires the SIFCare team to do their work, and how can we apply their motivations to do something that you're inspired about? Okay, so I think a really big part of the Filipino culture is family and caring for like your children and your grandchildren. So keeping that like identity culture in mind, I feel that what inspires the team is to make sure that their children and the children of their children have a better life, and have like the opportunity of a good life in the future. And so, how can I apply that to something that I am inspired about? I guess find like not just have a goal, but find a reason for that goal that means something to me. Yes.
Alright, so the second question is, if someone knew nothing about SIFCare and recycling, what would you say to them, or how would you explain it? So like, for us especially, when we first went into SIFCare, most of us had no experience in farming, and we didn't really know anything about it. But one thing that really helped us out is like not only giving us a hands-on experience on how farming works, but also explain why we do it and why, like, how some of the plants work. So like they were talking about how the sustainability, like the type of farming they do and how they farm is sustainable and makes sure that we preserve those plants for the future. And I'll also explain that although farming can be really labor intensive, it's really satisfying it's really a good payoff in the end, and we also experienced that, since at the end of the day, after like all our hours of hard work, we got to eat some new cuisine that we've never tried out, and like new microgreens that we've never tried out. And we actually found out that like even though there are no animals and there are no added preservatives and there's basically no artificial flavor, there's still a lot of flavor in it, and I think a lot of the world misses out on that.
Okay, so the third question is, what are 2 points of the sustainability compass that our work today impacts, and why? So the first thing that immediately came to mind was the nature point of the sustainability compass, because obviously we were in a forest and the people there really cared for the nature there, and they wanted to preserve the nature. And something it was probably something that they cared most about, and that's like one of the things that drove them the most, was preserving the nature and helping spread awareness about the nature, which also leads to my second point, which is well-being, because they're so passionate about like how the nature affects their well-being, and making sure that people are aware that like of the benefits that nature has in their well-being. And they're also very like hands-on, and when volunteers come just like us, they helped us experience planting the seedlings on our own, and they taught us a lot about how nature has a really positive effect on our well-being. So yeah.
Okay, so the last question. Do you want me to do it, or it's all together?
All together.
All together. Okay, so the last question is, how can you apply the learnings of today to ISM, your own community, and your surroundings? So one of the things that I was thinking of was the fact that ISM itself is trying to be really sustainable. We have a sustainability council. There are new movements to reduce the plastic on campus and stuff. But also I feel like this iCare is really different to iCares that I've done in the past. In the past I've played with kids or I've done construction, but this one really like genuinely teaches you about sustainability and thinking about our future. And I think that if we like give this opportunity to learn about these things like outside of the classroom, it kind of makes it more credible and kind of makes us better global citizens, because I feel that with climate change, sustainability is like one of our major issues that, oh, not issues, like major goals to reach with the issues that are happening.
Yeah, and like adding on, finding a way to like incentivize students to be more sustainable, like stop using disposable like papers and plastics is really important. And also not just like making them use like reusable containers and stuff like that. Also like teaching them about the benefits, because maybe through these benefits they'll be more interested in living a more sustainable lifestyle. So I think that's a really
And
important.
finally, I think us as an ISM community should be more open to new ideas that we haven't yet tried out. So like for example, like when we first thought of like, for example, the cuisine we were gonna try, we were very skeptical at first because we've never tried anything like it, and it was weird to think that like, you know, you go to the ICARE site and you're trying something new, like as in like cuisine wise. But then that's like almost a representation of how we felt before and after, because even after, even though we were very skeptical before, it was good in the end because we accepted it, and that's how we should react to new things.
Okay, great. Day 2 done.